Sometimes the really big shifts, they happen kind of quietly, away from the main headlines. Imagine a giant in the tech world, someone everyone knows, getting sort of overtaken, their most important fight. That's what we're unpacking today.
Right. And it's not just about, who's winning right now. It's really about how AI itself is evolving. We're going to deep dive into a whole stack of fresh insights. We'll look at new market dynamics and breakthrough tools, and even these autonomous AI agents that might just change, well, everything.
So what does all this mean for you? For anyone trying to navigate this fast-paced world, we've got the nuggets, the insights, and maybe a few surprising facts along the way. Let's explore it. Okay, so our deep dive kicks off with what a lot of people are calling the most surprising shift in the AI market, looking at mid-2025. For the very first time, it seems Anthropic's Claude models have jumped to #1. For enterprise AI, and this isn't just a small nudge, it feels like a pretty monumental change.
It really is. And what's fascinating is the data that backs this up. This comes from MLEBench. Claude now apparently holds about 32% of enterprise usage. That actually puts it ahead of OpenAI, which is sitting at 25%. And if you zoom in specifically on coding workloads, where AI is really being put through its paces daily, Claude's lead is even bigger, like 42% compared to OpenAI's 21%. And this is a complete flip from just last year, 2023. Back then, OpenAI had, what, 50%?
Yeah, dominant.
Totally. And Claude was way back at 12%. So, yeah. A seismic shift in barely a year.
It is a really striking contrast, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, OpenAI has definitely captured the public imagination, dominated the consumer headlines, processing, what was it, an incredible 2.5 billion prompts a day?
Yeah.
Just, wow.
Huge numbers.
But while all that consumer spotlight was burning so bright, Claude was quietly, almost like stealthily, rising up, becoming what a lot of developers are now calling their best friend, especially for companies actually, building and shipping real products. It highlights a very different battleground for AI.
Exactly. And the dev chatter, the buzz among developers really backs this up. We're hearing companies consistently choose Claude because it's better at long-form tasks. It also seems to be easier to plug into their existing workflows, experiences fewer failures apparently, and just generally feels, well, more enterprise ready. That's the phrase people use. These aren't just minor points. They speak to that core reliability, that predictability businesses really need.
And building that kind of deep reliability, that trust, especially in the enterprise world, that's incredibly hard work. Once you've got it, it's even harder for someone else to unseat you. So this signals that, okay, OpenAI might still be the king of consumer AI for now, but they absolutely need a stronger B2B strategy.
Yeah.
And probably fast.
Yeah.
Because the enterprise AI space is evolving super quickly, and others are clearly leapfrogging them right here.
Yeah, and if you connect this to the bigger picture, like why it matters, it basically means Claude is increasingly seen as the safe bet for both startups and big enterprises when they're picking their first or their main large language model, their LLM.
Right, that foundational AI model trained on huge amounts of text to understand and talk like a human.
Exactly. So Claude's got this image now. Quiet, reliable, well-supported, constantly improving. Makes it a very appealing, kind of low-risk choice when you're putting something into production.
So this quiet reliability of Claude,
Yeah.
What's the fundamental impact for businesses then?
It lets companies ship products faster, more confidently. It's just a dependable choice.
Okay, let's switch gears. Let's talk about some other quick-fire AI highlights that caught our eye, starting with a really important one about privacy. So it came out that Google had kind of quietly indexed shared links from ChatGPT, which potentially made some private chats public. OpenAI stepped in pretty quickly, shut that down. Thankfully.
Yeah.
But it's really a potent reminder for you listening. If you've ever shared a GPT link, maybe double-check your settings. Be mindful of what goes public.
Yeah, definitely a good wake-up call for, digital hygiene, right? And speaking of shifts, Microsoft put out these fascinating lists recently looking at AI's impact on jobs. They flagged like 40 jobs potentially impacted, maybe doomed, as some headlines put it.
A little dramatic, maybe.
Yeah. And then 40 jobs considered safe. But what's really insightful isn't just the specific jobs, it's the types of tasks AI is automating. Repetitive stuff, data-heavy, predictable tasks. Versus the jobs proving resilient, which often need complex problem-solving, creativity, that kind of unique human interaction. It's a snapshot of how work itself is changing.
That's a great way to look at it. And talking about breakthroughs that show AI's evolving power, this is where it gets really interesting. There's this viral super agent called Manus. It just launched a feature called Wide Research. Now, Manus is this AI system focused on automated research, putting knowledge together. And Wide Research, It lets multiple AI agents work together simultaneously, processing truly massive amounts of data. Whoa! I mean, imagine scaling that. A billion queries. You let multiple specialized agents just attack that data together, each from a different angle. That's a whole new level of scalable, intelligent insight.
It's pretty incredible to think about. And on the app development side, there was this cool real-world test. A founder took Lovable, that's an AI app builder, and Replit, the online coding platform, and tried to clone 5 viral apps using both, head-to-head. Apparently, a clear winner emerged pretty quickly for speed and ease of replication. Just highlights how accessible app development is getting, even if you're not, a hardcore coder.
Right, and Apple. They've been getting some heat for maybe lagging a bit in the AI race. But it sounds like they're making significant moves now, planning to significantly grow their AI investments, being very open to acquisitions. Their goal isn't necessarily like launching standalone AI gadgets. It seems more about deeply integrating AI into their existing stuff.
Yeah, the ecosystem.
Exactly. Enhancing Siri, maybe better photo processing, just making user experiences smoother across their products. It's more about that pervasive, maybe subtle AI integration.
And underpinning all these advances, you need the infrastructure, right? So find an AI infrastructure company, pretty significant one. They just raised a big round, $125 million, led by Meritech, but Salesforce Ventures and Google's AI Futures Fund chipped in too. Shows there's still huge investment going into not just the AI models themselves, but the kind of plumbing, the tech that lets them scale and run.
So thinking about all these different pieces, privacy fixes, job impacts, scalable research, app building, how quickly are these advancements really shaping our daily tech lives?
Oh, they're integrating super fast, making everyday tasks and even complex development feel more intelligent.
Okay, let's pivot now. Let's talk about how AI is moving beyond just, chatting. Moving into real automation, we're starting to see this new standard emerge.
Yeah.
It's called the Model Context Protocol, or MCP.
Yeah, MCP. What's cool about it is how much it simplifies things, potentially. Like, think of it as giving an AI hands to interact with the digital world, not just a voice. That's the analogy people use.
Right.
It lets AI use your existing tools, connect to different applications, and really automate complex workflows. So before MCP, maybe an AI could tell you how to do something complex online. Now it could actually do it for you. That's a massive leap in practical automation, from just advising to actually executing.
It really is. And that leap brings us to things like building AI web apps. You can actually build custom lead magnet web apps now. Those little tools websites use to capture customer info. You can build those in minutes using tools like ChatGPT or Claude, often with no coding required. Which means even if you're not a developer, you can create these powerful customer-attracting tools. It just lowers the barrier to entry for digital business so much.
And Google Gemini is also pushing workflows forward. They've got this suite of 28 free features. And these aren't just minor tricks. They let you automate tasks, analyze data, even build working apps pretty quickly. Imagine an AI quickly going through a huge spreadsheet of customer feedback, identifying the key sentiment patterns, and then just automatically drafting a summary report for you. It's all about working smarter, not necessarily harder.
Exactly. And here are just a few specific new AI tools that caught our eye, really illustrating this shift to practical automation. First, there's Vibe N8N. This helps you build and tweak N8N workflows.
Which is that open source automation software.
Right. But you do it just by prompting, using natural language, like telling your automation software what to build instead of clicking through endless menus. Then there's Project OS. This one helps you get a personalized resume that really grabs attention, doesn't just format it, kind of crafts your story. Next up, Buki. Plans, writes, and even distributes content that's designed to be authentic and convert customers. Huge for marketing.
Content creation is big.
And finally, Launch. This one creates fully functional apps, but with AI assistance and human support. Kind of bridging the gap between just an idea and a real deployable product makes app creation way more accessible. So looking at all these new tools, what's the main thing someone should take away if they're thinking about exploring them?
They really simplify complex jobs. From automating workflows to creating content, powerful tools are becoming much more accessible. Sponsor. Okay, we've got a couple more AI quick hits for you before we move on. There's this clever new tutorial floating around, shows you how to turn your resume into a Netflix-style web page using AI.
Huh. Like browser skills?
Kinda. It treats your profile like a personalized streaming experience.
Oh.
It's creative, right? Speaks to that broader trend of AI enabling really customized digital experiences.
Interesting. And back to privacy again for a second. OpenAI recently canceled a feature they were working on.
Yeah.
It would have let users search through their private GPT chats.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So canceling it reinforces that theme we talked about earlier.
Yeah.
Companies are really having to react quickly to public and regulatory concerns about data access security. Shows that constant tension, doesn't it, between convenience and privacy in AI.
Definitely. And, there's also this growing chatter about the real cost of chasing AGI.
Artificial general intelligence.
Yeah.
Machines with, human-level thinking.
Exactly. And the consensus seems to be that power consolidation is just the beginning. The sheer resources needed, computation, money to even attempt AGI means maybe only a handful of big players can truly compete. Raises some big questions about who controls that kind of power, who gets access.
Yeah, deep questions. And speaking of resources and expansion, OpenAI also announced Stargate Norway. That's going to be its first European AI data center, which is significant, not just for raw computing power, but for things like data sovereignty, regional AI development. Could kickstart more localized AI hubs in Europe.
And one more quick one, Poe. That's the platform letting you use a bunch of different AI models.
Right, like a buffet of AIs.
Yeah. They just released a developer API. So now developers can programmatically access all those different cutting-edge models through one single point. Makes it way easier to experiment, mix and match, integrate different AI skills into their own apps.
Okay, but now, here's where things get, maybe, really interesting. And perhaps a little mind-bending. Are you tired of cleaning data sets, painstakingly tuning models, debugging those awful CUDA errors yourself?
Yeah, been there.
Imagine an AI that just does all that for you. Meet NEO. They're calling it the Kaggle-Killer AI agent.
This is genuinely remarkable stuff from a company called Neo AI. So NEO is an AI agent, but it's actually made of 11 specialized sub-agents working together. And it's designed meticulously to do basically everything a full-stack machine learning engineer does. And here's the kicker. Autonomously.
Autonomously?
Yeah, it's like having a whole AI engineering team just ready to go.
Okay, let's break that down. So you give it a problem like, build me a predictive model using this data, right? Then NEO plans the whole project, writes the code, debugs the code, deploys the solution, all in this continuous loop, iterating. And it runs in a safe sandbox environment so it can try stuff without, messing things up. It communicates with you through chat. You can jump in, guide it if you want, or you can just watch it work, solving complex problems by itself. It's pretty incredible to think about.
Yeah, it's way more than just one tool. It's like you took ChatGPT plus AutoML, that's automated machine learning, simplifies building models.
Right.
Plus DevOps, the whole software development and operations pipeline. And put them all together, but on steroids. It's this integrated intelligence system handling the whole workflow.
And the performance. This is what's truly astonishing. They benchmarked NEO across 75 Kaggle competitions.
Yeah.
Used a standard framework, MLEBench. And it didn't just, participate. It medaled in 34.2% of them.
Wow. Medal?
Yeah. Actual competition-grade performance, often beating human teams. It even outperformed other advanced AI agents like RD Agent and OpenAI's own aid stack.
Yeah.
I still wrestle with prompt drift myself sometimes, where the AI output just kind of changes unexpectedly.
Oh, yeah, frustrating.
So an agent that can actually course correct autonomously, learn and adapt as it hits problems, that feels like a real game changer for the field.
And crucially, they built in this human-in-the-loop mode, which means you can intervene anytime. You can tweak its logic, give it feedback, add constraints midstream, or just chat with it like it's another member of the team. It's designed to be fast, iterative, and really importantly, it's not a black box.
Transparency. Good.
Yeah, its processes are transparent, so you can oversee it, collaborate with it.
This feels like more than just a neat tool, though. It feels like a clear signal. OpenAI, Google, Adept. You can bet someone's already working hard on their own version of NEO.
Oh, for sure.
The agent wars, where these autonomous AI systems compete to solve really complex problems, they feel like they're truly just getting started now. So, thinking about NEO, how does this level of autonomy really change the game for human ML engineers?
It handles the complex, often tedious tasks, freeing up human engineers for higher-level innovation and strategy. Okay, let's try and bring this all together. What's really clear from all this is, wow, the AI landscape is shifting fast, almost daily, and in ways that are both, subtle and really profound.
Yeah, we're definitely seeing that big pivot, aren't we? From AI as maybe a fun consumer novelty towards its role in serious enterprise reliability, with players like Claude just quietly gaining massive ground in the business world. really challenging the established leaders there. Two-sec silence.
Mm-hmm. And then beyond just those market battles, these AI tools themselves are becoming incredibly practical,
Yeah.
really accessible. They're empowering pretty much anyone, really, regardless of their tech background, to automate complex tasks, analyze data, even build functional apps without needing to write, a single line of code.
But maybe the most profound development, the one that really sparks the most curiosity, is the rise of these truly autonomous agents, like NEO, systems that are now capable of handling complex engineering tasks, often with minimal human oversight. This feels like where AI really starts to genuinely collaborate with us, or maybe even lead in the act of creation itself.
It's an incredibly exciting time, isn't it? Just watching these technologies grow up, mature from like fascinating concepts and to tools that feel indispensable, redefining what's even possible.
And leaves us with an important question, I think, for you, our listener, to consider. As AI does become more autonomous, more capable, what new forms of human-AI collaboration are really going to emerge? And maybe more importantly, what skills become the most valuable for us humans in this rapidly evolving landscape?
Definitely something to chew on as you go about your day. Thanks so much for joining us for this deep dive into the latest in AI.
Yeah, we hope you found some valuable nuggets in there, something to help you stay well-informed and hopefully curious. Until next time, out to row music.